ずんだもんと学ぶ英会話。教科書には載っていないネイティブ感が一気に上がる英会話フレーズ150。動画をご視聴いただきありがとうございます。今回はネイティブが日常会話でよく使う英会話フレーズを勉強するのだ。
What's up? What's up?
どうしたの？調子はどう？
Long time no see. Long time no see.
久しぶり。
How's it going? How's it going?
調子どう？
What have you been up to? What have you been up to?
最近どうしてた？
That sounds good. That sounds good.
いいね。
I've got your back. I've got your back.
あなたをサポートするよ。
No worries. No worries.
心配しないで。
Let me know. Let me know.
教えてね。
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
よくわからない。
It's up to you. It's up to you.
君次第だよ。
Can't complain. Can't complain.
悪くないよ。
I hear you. I hear you.
わかるよ。
You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
冗談でしょ？
Give me a break. Give me a break.
いい加減にして。
Take care. Take care.
気をつけてね。
You nailed it. You nailed it.
うまくやったね。
Keep me posted. Keep me posted.
状況を教えてね。
I'm all ears. I'm all ears.
ちゃんと聞いてるよ。
Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it.
心配しないで。
I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you.
後で連絡するよ。
Thanks a bunch. Thanks a bunch.
本当にありがとう。
I owe you one. I owe you one.
恩に着るよ。
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
すごく感謝しているよ。
My bad. My bad.
俺のミスだ。
No problem. No problem.
問題ないよ。
Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
気にしないで。
I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
本当に感謝しているよ。
Sorry for the trouble. Sorry for the trouble.
面倒をかけてごめんね。
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
そんなつもりじゃなかったんだ。
My apologies. My apologies.
申し訳ありません。
You've got a point. You've got a point.
一理あるね。
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more.
完全に同意するよ。
Fair enough. Fair enough.
それは納得だね。
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
全くその通りだよ。
That makes sense. That makes sense.
理にかなってるね。
I beg to differ. I beg to differ.
それには同意できないな。
I'm afraid I disagree. I'm afraid I disagree.
残念だけど、違うと思う。
That's not how I see it. That's not how I see it.
私はそうは思わないな。
Let's agree to disagree. Let's agree to disagree.
意見の違いを認めよう。
I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that.
それについては確信がないな。
How about we? How about we?
するのはどう？
Why don't we? Why don't we?
してみない？
Would you mind? Would you mind?
してもらえますか？
Could you do me a favor? Could you do me a favor?
お願いを聞いてもらえますか？
Let's call it a day. Let's call it a day.
今日はここまでにしよう。
How does that sound? How does that sound?
どう思う？
Would it be possible? Would it be possible?
可能ですか？
I was wondering if you could. I was wondering if you could.
してもらえるかと思って。
Do you have a minute? Do you have a minute?
少し時間ある？
I'd appreciate it if you could. I'd appreciate it if you could.
してもらえると助かるよ。
No way. No way.
まさか。
That's incredible. That's incredible.
信じられない。
You're kidding. You're kidding.
冗談でしょ。
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
信じられない。
That's amazing. That's amazing.
すごい。
Seriously. Seriously.
本当に？
You've got to be joking. You've got to be joking.
冗談だよね。
That blew my mind. That blew my mind.
衝撃だったよ。
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
信じられない。
That's awesome. That's awesome.
最高だね。
What time works for you? What time works for you?
何時が都合いい？
Let's set a time. Let's set a time.
時間を決めよう。
I'm running late. I'm running late.
遅れているよ。
I'll be there in a few minutes. I'll be there in a few minutes.
数分で着くよ。
Can we reschedule? Can we reschedule?
日程を変更できる？
I'll let you know the details later. I'll let you know the details later.
詳細は後で教えるよ。
I'm fully booked. I'm fully booked.
スケジュールがいっぱいです。
Let's play it by ear. Let's play it by ear.
状況次第で決めよう。
I'll keep you in the loop. I'll keep you in the loop.
随時情報を共有するね。
Time flies. Time flies.
時間が経つのは早いね。
You've got this. You've got this.
君ならできるよ。
Hang in there. Hang in there.
頑張れ。
Don't give up. Don't give up.
諦めないで。
Keep going. Keep going.
その調子。
You're doing great. You're doing great.
いい感じだよ。
Stay positive. Stay positive.
前向きでいこう。
It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot.
試してみる価値はあるよ。
You're almost there. You're almost there.
もう少しだよ。
Give it your best shot. Give it your best shot.
全力を尽くして。
Don't worry, you'll figure it out. Don't worry, you'll figure it out.
心配しないで、うまくいくよ。
What do you think about? What do you think about?
についてどう思う？
Did you hear about? Did you hear about?
について聞いた？
How's your day been? How's your day been?
今日はどうだった？
What's new with you? What's new with you?
最近どう？
I've been meaning to ask. I've been meaning to ask.
聞きたかったんだけど。
Have you seen that movie? Have you seen that movie?
あの映画見た？
Any plans for the weekend? Any plans for the weekend?
週末の予定は？
What do you usually do for fun? What do you usually do for fun?
普段は何して遊んでるの？
How do you like living here? How do you like living here?
ここに住んでみてどう？
Got any good recommendations? Got any good recommendations?
何かいいおすすめある？
In my opinion. In my opinion.
私の意見では。
From my point of view. From my point of view.
私の観点からすると。
As far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned.
私に関しては。
Personally, I think. Personally, I think.
個人的には、だと思う。
If you ask me. If you ask me.
もし私に聞くなら。
It seems to me that. It seems to me that.
私には、のように思える。
I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of.
は好きじゃないな。
I'd say. I'd say.
だと思う。
I have a feeling that. I have a feeling that.
という気がする。
To be honest. To be honest.
正直なところ。
I see. I see.
なるほど。
That makes sense. That makes sense.
それはわかるよ。
Oh, really? Oh, really?
そうなんだ。
Interesting. Interesting.
興味深いね。
I had no idea. I had no idea.
全然知らなかった。
Exactly. Exactly.
まさにその通り。
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
間違いないね。
That's a good point. That's a good point.
いい点だね。
I totally agree. I totally agree.
完全に同意するよ。
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
そんな感じだね。
I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon.
すごく嬉しい。
I'm feeling down. I'm feeling down.
落ち込んでいる。
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
すごく楽しみ。
I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated.
イライラしている。
I'm on cloud nine. I'm on cloud nine.
天にも昇る気分だよ。
I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted.
すごく疲れたよ。
I'm really into it. I'm really into it.
それに夢中だよ。
I'm bored to death. I'm bored to death.
すごく退屈している。
I'm scared to death. I'm scared to death.
すごく怖いよ。
I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I'm feeling a bit under the weather.
ちょっと体調が悪い。
Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that?
もう一度言ってもらえますか？
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
それってどういう意味ですか？
Are you following me? Are you following me?
理解してる？
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
わかりますか？
Can you clarify that? Can you clarify that?
それをもう少し説明してもらえますか？
I'm not sure I get it. I'm not sure I get it.
それがよくわかりません。
Let me make sure I understand. Let me make sure I understand.
理解できているか確認させてください。
Could you explain it in another way? Could you explain it in another way?
別の方法で説明してもらえますか？
So, what you're saying is. So, what you're saying is.
つまり、あなたが言っているのは、ですか？
I don't quite follow. I don't quite follow.
ちょっとよくわからないです。
You might want to. You might want to.
した方がいいかもしれない。
Have you considered? Have you considered?
お考えたことありますか？
It's worth checking out. It's worth checking out.
試してみる価値がありますよ。
You should definitely try. You should definitely try.
絶対にお試してみてください。
I'd recommend. I'd recommend.
おすすめします。
If I were you, I'd. If I were you, I'd.
私があなたならします。
One option could be. One option could be.
一つの選択肢としてはがあります。
Just so you know. Just so you know.
一応お伝えしておきますが、
You might find it useful to. You might find it useful to.
するのが役に立つかもしれません。
Another idea could be. Another idea could be.
別のアイデアとしてはがあります。
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
言っていることはわかります。
I see your point. I see your point.
あなたの言いたいことはわかります。
That's a valid point. That's a valid point.
それはもっともですね。
I totally get it. I totally get it.
完全に理解しました。
You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that.
それについては全くその通りです。
I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from.
あなたの立場は理解できます。
That's a fair argument. That's a fair argument.
それは公平な意見ですね。
I can see why you'd feel that way. I can see why you'd feel that way.
なぜそう感じるかわかります。
That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense.
それは理にかなってます。
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
あなたの言いたいことは理解しています。以上で今回の勉強は終わりなのだ。また次回の動画でお会いしましょう。動画を最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございます。チャンネル登録してくれたら嬉しいのだ。